The Pixel 5a is most definitely on the horizon, but until such a time as Google unveils its next affordable Android, the Pixel 4a is still a superb smartphone stuffed full of awesome features, and here's a few reasons why we think you should go out and pick it up. Thanks for watching 9to5 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. From an outsider's perspective, the Pixel A series has arguably been the most interesting in the entire made by Google smartphone lineup. You get a fairly sizable portion of what makes Pixel phones so good, but without the associated cost. Sure, things are missing, but you do get some added bonuses, like the 3.5mm headphone jack. To that end, you probably shouldn't sleep on the Pixel 4a, even if a follow-up in the form of the Pixel 5a is on the horizon. But why? Well, of course, we're going to examine a few reasons why you might want to think about picking up the Pixel 4a. There are two fairly big reasons that you might want to pick up the Pixel 4a. The $350 entry price is one of these major factors. Pixel 3a did start at $399 when it released in 2019, and while it was a fantastic device, the 4a picks right up where that one left off, improving in a few key areas, and then it drops the entry price by $50. It's a no-brainer if you want a smartphone that just works. Realistically though, Apple threw down the gauntlet with the release of the iPhone SE in the middle of 2020, and so the Pixel 4a coming in at the same price with some substantial benefits proved that Google's own budget device offers things that the SE simply can't. The hardware alone belies that $350 price tag too, with premium touches often associated with upper mid-range and even high-end hardware. Performance is another key area that is surprisingly slick and smooth. It's easy to dismiss a cheap phone because of the perception that you'll encounter lag and poor performance. Sure, things are a little slower to load than the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5, but at no point would you be left wanting, save 5G connectivity and with regard to some gaming performance. It's a great value package that has a little taste of everything without having to compromise in the core area that the Pixel 4a shines, the Pixel experience. Naturally, the second most obvious reason you'll pick up the Pixel 4a is for the insanely good camera. It's true that you might not get as many lens options and therefore a distinct lack of focal length, but with end results that in many cases exceed some flagship devices, it's impossible to really complain with the stills that the Pixel 4a can produce. The Sony IMX363 sensor might be getting a little long in the tooth, but there is no denying that Google's practically magic post-processing results in sharp, clean, contrast-heavy images that are among the very best on the market. The portrait mode alone is a reason to pick up the Pixel 4a over similarly priced devices too, while the night sight low light mode is still sublime. As a simple point and shoot, it's arguably one of the best out there in the sub $400 price range. Small phones are getting big and big phones are getting absolutely massive, which puts the Pixel 4a in a strange position. While we wouldn't say the 4a is small in the traditional sense, it's dainty and fairly compact thanks to that 5.81 inch frame. Unfortunately, if you want something akin to the iPhone 12 mini, beyond the frankly hilarious Unihertz Jelly 2, your choices are pretty slim. Make no mistake though, the Pixel 4a is great if you don't want a phablet. The form factor is the smallest in the late 2020 Pixel lineup, and that is probably enough for most people out there. Provided you have average sized hands, you should have no real issues using the Pixel 4a one-handed. The upcoming one-handed mode within Android 12 will also help out with some of the display extremities, but it's a manageable size that will suit most people out there. Full HD Plus displays are a little more commonplace on budget devices as of late, and the Pixel 4a has one hell of a Full HD Plus panel. For starters, this isn't an LCD, and that is likely a huge relief for many people out there, as it means that always-on display features are present and correct here. It's a really good AMOLED panel too. One shame is the lack of a high refresh rate, but unlike some other affordable Android devices with higher refresh rates, such as the OnePlus Nord, there are no such issues with colour cast or screen tinting. 60Hz is pretty much fine for smaller displays, but we do hope that future affordable Pixel devices do get an upgrade with smooth display included. Brightness levels are pretty good, meaning that you should have no real problems using the Pixel 4a even in direct sunlight. The lack of major bezels is also something that really helps immersion when watching videos and just generally interacting with the 4a. It's a joy to use, and the display is at the very heart of the package here. We've mentioned the pricing, but can you think of another affordable Android device that will be updated to Android 12 on the day that it is available other than the Pixel 4a? Well, it's likely that there are zero, save the Pixel 3a for instance. Prompt software updates and upgrades are a core tenet of the entire Pixel series, and the 4a is no different. You can even go ahead and slap the Android 12 developer preview on the device right now. which is only available to 6 other Android devices available right now. Even a $1,000 plus Galaxy S21 Ultra can't get updated to the latest version of the OS quite as quickly. If you value software and only want to be updated as soon as each OS iteration is available, then you simply have to go and pick up the Pixel 4a. When we are still seeing devices ship with Android 10, the Pixel 4a being able to run developer builds of Android 12 really does put things into perspective. As far as we're concerned, the Pixel 4a is arguably the best Pixel phone to date. We say that as it packs in all of the software goodness and then adds a little flavour with a smaller size, great unibody design and uncomplicated experience. You're offered a 3.5mm headphone port, plus a battery that lasts all day without causing any sort of anxiety. As an all-rounder at $350, this is a real snip. But let's open up the floor and ask for your input. Have you picked up the Pixel 4a, and if so, what are you enjoying the most? Be sure to let us know down in the comment section below. But until next time, this is Damien with 9to5Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.